Good morning, team. Good morning, Sai, Sunil Akbar. So we'll wait for a couple of minutes to join the people. Meanwhile, if anyone have a questions or doubts, we can discuss.
Good morning, everyone. Can we expect more calls from end of the February and March, right, for this year? Maybe.
Even today also we have a call, Sunil.
Something like
So calls wise, right? It's a purely our responsibility to expect in a good number of calls. Calls will be every day. Even last year, example in December, we got as I remember only around 14 offers.
okay.
Even there is one interview happened on December 25th also, even though it's on a holiday.
Mhm. Actually,
But the
most of the
percentage
person
might be
first.
it's an ups and downs percentage. I will agree with that. Sometimes it will be more openings, sometimes it will be less openings. But our target, even though there are less openings, how to get calls for us? That's our priority,
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
right? So,
yes,
example from my point of view, there is only one opening for in entire India. Why Sunil is not getting a call? We need to be understand. I
yes,
can't say like you have to be get, but at least if you know like why you are not getting calls, then it's fine. We can able to modify our profile.
yes, Mahesh. Yeah, good.
Example earlier content. What kind of skills companies are expecting depends on that. We have to be modify our profile and we have to be learn the concepts. The same Snowflake course when we started the first batch, it's just 2.5 months. SQL, Snowflake, and AWS basics that too 10 days AWS. But now the same course become 5+ months, 5.5 months literally. So depends on the company's expectation and requirement. We have to be learn the new concepts. Maybe Sunil, I'm not aware about your experience or age. Around 5, 6 years back, like Naukri update means just morning by waking up 6:30 or 7 o'clock, just update our resume. I will just open the Naukri and wait for 2 minutes and then the done. But now we have to be applied to the companies by looking at the each profile. At least 1 hour you have to be spent in Naukri. Then only we can able to expect a call now.
Yes, Mahesh. Yeah.
Earlier, just okay, open the Naukri, make a small correction and done. So your profile is updated, so it will be visible to the recruiters. But nowadays, you have to be look for the profile, you have to be open, and you have to be apply manually one by one. Now even Naukri are also using this opportunity. Bot will apply instead of Sunil directly. We need to be take the pro version, and bot only will apply for the jobs on Snowflake data engineers.
Sure.
Again, this application also not like in a old companies. Example, there is an opening happen around it 1 month back. 1 month old post also now in Naukri it will be there. But if you are applying for 1 month old post in the sense, the almost more than 1,000 people applied for that. We
Yes.
have to be filtered with the date range, the recent within 24 hours you have to be apply,
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
right? So it
Good.
depends, and also location wise. Until you are getting call and scheduled an interview and clearing an interview, don't stick to the location. Chennai, Bangalore, or else like whichever location, accept every location, attend an interview first. When you attend an interview and when you clear the interview, you will get a more confidence. Later, we can look for the better opportunity,
Okay, Mahesh. Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
So it's a purely our responsibility, Sunil. Like every alternate day, personally, I will conduct a session at 11 o'clock in the
Yes,
Monday.
Mahesh. I know that I saw I already
Yeah,
seen.
same thing. Like you can join and you can ask me, so Mahesh, you promised me while live sessions, the first session. Now I'm not getting calls. It's your responsibility. You can ask me. I will take care.
Okay, Mahesh. I'm not putting any resume in the Naukri. Just I'm
Uh-huh.
like
Okay, got it.
in end of Feb, I will be planning to
Sure,
put
sure.
resume. That's right.
So, and interviews, maybe first interview we can't crack. Some people after two, three interviews, sometimes people maybe after 10 interviews. So, even until you are getting an clearing an offer, so it's our responsibility to attend multiple times.
Exactly.
So that's the reason we build this tool also to reduce this confidence. Some people technically they are strong, but just they are failing to give the answer in front of the panel. Maybe shy, sometimes less nervous, whatever it may be. Even though they know the answer, but they are failed to express in front of the panel. For that only we created a new tool called Clear My Interview. It's a stimulator, exactly how it works in the real time, the panel, how they are asking questions. It's not even random questions when you are giving your company's JD. So depends on the JD, depends on the resume, it will shoot the questions, and that prediction literally more than 40% now. I'm checking with the students who are attending the interviews, right? So after they are taking by using this JD, the next interview they are expecting most of the question similarities. Example, tomorrow if you have interview with Tech Mahindra, if you got your JD, try to give the JD and your resume. Tomorrow interview, what kind of question they may shoot, it will be predict here, right? This will help to get a more confidence on it.
Okay, Mahesh. Yeah, I saw that thing, AI thing, which
Yes,
you
yes,
already shown the thing.
yes,
So,
yes. Earlier the name is the AI Entry Hub. Now we are changing to Clear My Interview.
okay, okay, Mahesh. Yeah.
And we got some proposals also for that, like investors proposals, but we are not yet accepted. We are looking with some more options.
Okay, great. That is.
Yeah. Any questions, team? Team, anyone have questions?
Mahesh, this is
Uh,
Santosh.
as,
Yeah, Santosh.
still,
Yeah, tell me. One second, Prakash. Yeah, Santosh, you can ask me.
Actually, recently I was completed ADF and Fabric interview.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, course from you only.
Okay.
So I'm not getting call. Actually, I was now I'm planning to join Snowflakes also because they are asking Snowflakes also.
Hmm.
So how it will be help me and
Santosh, like you already Power BI developer and you just added recently ADF and Fabric, right?
yeah.
Yeah. For getting calls and all, still, even though you learned ADF and Fabric, SQL, Power BI is sufficient. It's again depends on your package and total years of experience. Your package is already crossing 20. That
Yeah.
might be the one reason for not getting good number of calls for
Actually, my
only
package
data
is not.
analytics.
Yeah, my
Then
package
you
is
should get a calls. So only for the calls point of view, you can join today's session. Anyway, it's Wednesday, right? Today is Tuesday. Okay. Tomorrow, 4 o'clock, we have a session for a placement. You can join and you can share your Naukri credentials, and I will let you know why you are not getting calls.
okay. So can I learn Snowflakes
Yes,
parallelly?
yes,
That will
happily. So, usually after Power BI, the Snowflake and Azure Data. These two are one more destinations actually.
okay. Okay.
Or else just give me 2 minutes. Maybe I will try to fix it your issue exactly. Maybe it may help other people as well. You are able to tell me your Naukri credentials? Not credentials, just tell me your number. I will let you know the
Double
where you are.
nine.
Double nine.
When?
Sorry, double nine.
When?
Seven. Okay.
Double two.
Double two.
49.
49.
23.
Sorry.
813.
13.
813. 813.
813.
Yeah. Tell me the OTP, sir.
Okay. 877 075. 877
Okay.
095.
095. Right.
Yeah. Oh,
You
eight double
entered two double
seven
zero.
zero
877.
095. Yeah.
Sure. Okay. So thing will be like a first location, sir. Okay.
Okay.
Data analyst. Power BI developer. We have three options. Still, whatever the availability, we have to be. And after that, prefer salary, remove this 20 lakhs. Keep it as a zero.
Okay.
Once you got the call, later we can discuss with them. If my budget only like 18 lakhs or 19 lakhs, even those people won't try to call you. It's now not manually. It's like a system is picking, right? When they are setting a mark like less than 18 lakhs or 19 lakhs, your resume won't even pick to the recruiters.
Okay.
Once you really like to them, maybe we can negotiate on the salary part. Even though this location also, don't stick to only Bangalore. First, getting in a call and clearing an interview is our priority. Some companies, even though they are located to Hyderabad or Mumbai, they are running like work from home also, right?
Okay.
At least ask them for 6 months
Actually,
later. I can
problem is
relocate.
most of the companies they are telling me to join
No, no.
immediately.
First, attend an interview. If, for example, there is a call Pune, it's a strictly 6 days, 5 days a week. But attend an interview, no, first. When you clear an offer, you will get a more confidence.
Once they will ask now when we will judge, what should I tell? Actually, I'm telling 1 month only. So
Yeah, that's what 1 month I can join. Here, our priority attend an interview. Imagine it's in a mock interview. You are not at all interested to join this company, which is located in Mumbai. Example, Winware Technology, something. But just attend as an interview.
okay,
DXC, if there are, it's in Bangalore only. It's in Hyderabad, example. So you don't have any interest to join in Hyderabad, but just attend an interview.
okay, okay.
Okay. You can see you applied just 38 applications and that too a week back. So at least 25 companies we have to be apply every day.
Okay.
Okay. Hexaware also it's a good company and you should get a calls. And that too you have a good experience as well. See, here you have to be update your Azure, Fabric and everything. Then only they will get to know, right? You know Azure and Fabric.
Basic fundamental I know.
That's fine. That's what
Understood.
whatever you learnt in KSR, that's sufficient, sir, for a Power BI level. Data engineering level, it may be not. Before here, even you don't know that basics also, right? Now you are somewhat better, no?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's what same thing. So again, in the under data analytics, any
Actually,
advanced concept.
I learned Power BI from you 3 years back after 15 years non-IT I got a job.
Oh, great, great, good to know. 3 years back you learned here.
Yeah, yeah. From
Hmm.
Santos. I
Okay,
think
okay, good to know. DAX. So if you added Snowflake for a good package, right? Snowflake will be the good asset actually. You will turn not as an analyst, you will become like a data engineer, Snowflake engineer. Okay. So you have to be keep it in this way. And you can see Santosh, right? Your name.
yeah.
When I am calling you as a Mahesh, you can't respond to me, right? Then instead of data analytics roles, you are looking under IT support. You are into the analytics.
Okay.
System won't know, right? All these things. Only resume it can't predict. These are only small reasons, guys. Like not to get calls. Sometimes people think it's because of holidays or something. It's not about that. Even holidays days also, some people, some companies need. Only thing how aggressively we are looking. Okay. So that's the only thing. And you can just go to the recommended jobs now. You can able to see 3 days back for sure more than 100 people applied for this. But still you can apply for now. You can able to apply 5 companies at a time.
Actually, Mahesh, actually, I got a call last week, few calls, Mindtree
Mhm.
and other company.
Hmm.
They told me they will schedule an interview, but they didn't not come. So,
That's
what
what
is the
maybe
latest?
they are verifying everything, right? You can just maybe I need to check your resume also similar way. A resume made by yourself or else any our team helped you.
Starting, you only shared with me start 3 years back, so I
No,
was
the
just.
one, oh, no, 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 the new one we need. Okay. Share your recent resume. So our team will help you. We will modify as per the requirement. And also you can apply from here as well. Just type it as a data analyst. If it is a data engineering, Snowflake engineer, whatever you need, you can filter in this way. After that, check the relevance date by date wise. Okay. See, Optum 3 days back only. Even our student, lot many students working here as a data analyst and data analyst.
Yeah.
Okay. So you can go and apply for here. And similar way, you have to be active in your LinkedIn also. You can see every day I will get at least all these are our students only. You can see. So similar way, if you are updating your profile, example today he was explaining about SQL or Snowflake point. So try to make a small article about Snowflake. By
Okay.
4 months, your profile looks like a Snowflake engineer. Got it right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me log out.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah. Okay. Guys, any other questions? Sorry, like Prakash, right? Prakash, you can ask me, sir.
Mahesh. Nothing. So you are saying about to clear my interview, right? Still, we can use a interview hub link, right? Or is the
Same,
link
same.
has been changed?
Both will work. AI entry hub only. You can use.
Okay, right. Thank you, Mahesh.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Sagar, you can take over. Sorry, I taken your time almost 15 minutes today.
No worries. Thank you for that. Yep. Let me share my screen. Okay. Did you guys create a profile? Whoever has not created Snowflake profile? Yes? Any issues in creating account?
No, Mahesh. I have created.
Okay. Let's have a very quick recap and then we'll get started with today's topic. Yesterday, we got started with Snowflake architecture. What are the main components of Snowflake architecture?
Cloud layer, compute layer, and storage layer.
Cloud service layer. Next is compute. And last is storage. Can anyone quickly explain me how these particular layers work together?
When any user submit a SQL query,
Mhm.
it should be start with that in cloud service layer. That is a top layer and it's a brain of that particular Snowflake architecture.
Mhm.
Once anyone has been submitted that query, first that should be authenticated.
Mhm.
Is that person is having the access to that particular database or table? Once that should be checked, then it will go to that query processing. Once that query processing is done, then it will send to that. It will check all the things, and then it will send to that the warehouse department that is in compute layer.
Mhm.
In that layer, it should be allocated that particular resources, compute resources, and then is there any joins or aggregations is there, then it should
Mhm.
be performed in that layer, and then it should be get the data from the storage layer.
Okay.
From that storage layer again, it was checking that entire tables and all.
Mhm.
There it should be fetch the data and send to the compute layer, and then that compute layer will be send it to again that data to the cloud layer and cloud service layer. In that cloud service layer, the user can be get the data.
Good. So it goes and caches the data in compute layer. That is virtual machine. We have a RAM. There it will cache it. And the previous results, whatever the particular query you have done, it is cache here also. And the storage, whatever we have, how it is stored in Snowflake in the backend. How data is stored?
Micro partitions.
Okay. Part of micro partition that is highly compressed and
Column
finely
by
compressed.
column.
Cache.
Yep. Yeah. You're saying something.
In the form of cache as well, right?
No, in particular storage, it will be a hard disk. Okay, it's like not a cache. Cache will be in your compute layer and cloud service layer.
Okay.
Okay, fine. Now we saw this, and then we got started with Snowflake. When you go and log into Snowflake, yesterday I was having bit issues with a Snowflake, so I created a new account. Let me go and now when you go and click here, we can see something called as a SQL worksheet. Now earlier we used to work on the worksheet. Now they have come up with a whatever things you are seeing. This is a workspace they say, and we are having something called as. Let me go back. These files are there where we can go and create now everything git connection, everything they have given it, but still these are in the previous state. A lot of companies are not yet using because a lot of POCs, everything are going. So we need to understand how earlier companies are using. So we will be portraying our experience in 3-4 years. So we'll be making use of earlier UI only, how it is looking, and then later onwards we'll come back, we'll see how this workspace and how this is all interconnected and how easily we can incorporate those whatever the worksheets we are using. We'll see back that in a later classes. Now for now, I went and I created one particular worksheet. To create any worksheet, as I said, go to settings. First, you go and to settings, particular settings, and come back to general. There is something called as a workspace as a default. You don't check it. Come back again. Then you once you check this and refresh your page, you come back, you see there's something called the SQL worksheet. Now, as soon as I click on SQL worksheet, a particular page will open. Now, this is how where you are going and working with your code. Now, this whatever the things you are able to see here, blank space, it is called as a session or a worksheet where you go and write your piece of code. Now, whatever you are working here, it will be only with respect to SQL because we are using SQL worksheet. Now, if you come and see here, you can see one is account admin, another is compute WH. Now, what are these?
Virtual warehouse.
Roles.
Okay. One is virtual warehouse where you require power to work with the queries. Another is a role or a particular privileges what you have to work on top of your table. Now there are different privileges. We'll come back to again when we have a role-based access control. We have one dedicated class for that. But now I'm going and selecting my account admin where I have a highest privileges. I can do whatever I want with respect to my Snowflake account. Now if I come and click on this, there is something called the extra small. And if I click on this, you see there is a status called suspended. That means this particular virtual warehouse is not in active state. It's a very extra small, the very smallest configuration I have taken for now. And we are seeing there is minimum cluster, maximum cluster. What all this we'll see in the further classes when we have a dedicated virtual warehouse class. For now, I have taken this and I'm seeing here something called the auto suspended and auto resume. Now, what do you mean by this is if I am not running any particular query for 600 seconds, automatically you go and turn off my virtual machine because whatever inside your Snowflake, that Snowflake is going to charge is based on this particular virtual machine which you are using and how much data you are storing in the storage. So based on this only, your Snowflake is going to charge for the company. So we need to unnecessarily not make it in an active state. And if the more the size of the compute, more the charges they are going to charge. So we have to always make a go it as a auto suspended whenever no one is going to use that. Now I'm saying auto resume is equal to enable. Since I'm suspending anything, if anyone comes and execute a piece of code, automatically if any virtual power is required, it should get enabled and make use of compute. So I'm making something called as a enable is also true. Now for now, if you come and see here, there is worksheets. Now, if you have different worksheets, that all worksheets will be shown here, and you have a databases here. Now, as soon as you see database, these are the inbuilt database that already Snowflake is given for you to work with your sample data and all. If you see, there is something called as a Snowflake Learning DB. Under that, or a Snowflake, there is a Snowflake, and you see a lot of databases are there, which Snowflake has given you to just go and work with some sample data. Whenever you want, you can always go and use that. And we have one more sample data here. Here you can see based on the size of that particular database, they have given a factor of 100, they're given 10, 1. Based on whatever the data is there, the more data you want to do some POCs and all, the more millions of records are there here. So always you can come and work on top of your particular databases. But once you come and work in your real time, usually you go and create your own database. Now, what is database?
The collection of data.
Collection of structured data.
Yep. It's a repository where you're going and collecting a different whatever the objects that you can go and create under databases. I'll go and create under one particular repository called database. I'm going and saying to create or replace database, and I'll give my database name as my demo DB. I created my database. As soon as I create my database, now here is where you can go and run your queries. You can see a play button is there. Now I went and created my particular database is created. And are you able to see, did my virtual warehouse get started?
No.
Okay. Now I'll just write here, no virtual warehouse. Now if you come and refresh, my database is created.
Yes.
Now, if you come and see here, under database, there are something called a schema. Okay, if you want to subdivide your database, we'll go and create a schema. And by default, there will be one public schema that you can, if you want, you can go and use, or else there will be one information schema where each and everything with respect to views that you are going and creating, those have been created here. Now, some inbuilt tracking, everything the Snowflake will be doing based on whatever the code you write, those information has been tracked under this view. By default, two schemas will be created. Now, when I went and created my particular database, is my database metadata? It's kind of a metadata. Yes.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Now, which layer goes and manages metadata?
Cloud layer.
Cloud.
Now, since cloud service layer is coming and managing your metadata, I don't require any virtual warehouse. Now I'm not working with any data. As soon as you start working with your data, your virtual warehouse will come into the picture. Now there is no particular virtual warehouse has still active. Now what I'll do, I'll copy this again and I'll come and create my schema now. Went and created my schema. I'll just give my schema name, my demo schema. Create one schema name and I'm executing that. Okay. If you come and refresh, a particular schema is created. And if you come and see here, still my warehouse is not started. It's still in a suspended mode. Same thing goes here. Since your schema is also what something called as metadata, it is not able to run. Now I'll bring one small table to create a table. I don't want to waste time on creating table and all. We all know how to create a table. Now I have added this particular table. I'm creating my particular table. Now what do you mean by create or replace?
If already anything is there with that name, it will replace.
Yeah. If it is there, then you go and replace. No, it's not always compulsory to go and give this create or replace. If you want, you can remove that. First time you're going and creating, you can directly go and say create. Now, since if anything is there, I just said go and replace that. Now I'm going and creating my table. Now, if you come and see here, as soon as I created my database, as soon as I created my schema, here you are able to see your databases. What schemas under that particular database and schema only your worksheets are working. Whatever the worksheet you are doing, those whatever the tables, whatever you go and create, it will go and create under this schema. Now I want to go and specify a particular database and schema. I can always go and do. If I don't specify this, now whatever the database and schema is there, it will go and create there. Now again, I went and I created my particular table. Now, if you come and see, still my particular warehouse is in suspended mode. There is no required for that because all particular things are taken care by cloud service layer. And if you come and refresh, I have a particular schema. Under that one particular object is created as a table and my table is there. Now, if I click on this particular table, I'll able to get each and every information about my columns. Now, if I want to go and see definition, I can see definition here and whatever the definition is there, you can go and use that particular definition. And if you come and see what are the number of size, each and everything, who created this, all information will be here. Now, what I'll be doing is I'll come and add my particular data into my tables. Now, as soon as I come and add my data, now still, are you able to see suspended? It is in a gray format. It has not yet been started. I will come and run my particular queries now. Now, as soon as I started, now, are you able to see green color? Yes, it started. It started.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
yes, yes, sir.
Yes, it's true.
Now, why it got started? Now, whenever you are going and adding with respect to data, it has to go and store in your storage layer. A particular micro partition need to be created. For that, each and everything to work with data, you require what? Virtual power. So your cloud service layer is going to communicate with respect to virtual layer, saying that I have particularly data that need to be stored. You can use compute now. Now, as soon as the data come into the picture, your virtual machine gets started. Now, if I come and say, let's say I'm going and reading my particular data, I'll say select star from my particular table. Now, what I do? For now, I'll go and suspend. I suspended my particular warehouse. Now I'm coming and running my query again. Did it get started?
Yes.
Okay.
No, it's not
Now,
start.
how much time it took? It is taking 711 milliseconds. Now, this is my query. I'll keep my query here. Now, anything with respect to semicolon, that is the end of the statement, I'm keeping my particular cursor here and I'm running. It will only run that particular query until the end of last cursor. It is going and running. Now, how much time it took? It took less than the before time.
Yes.
Now, why this is happening is because your cache is coming to the picture. As soon as you come and execute that query, it has been cached in particular caches. So we have a dedicated class for cache. We'll see each and every cache, but now it is making use of cache. So your compute layer, whatever is there, now it has reduced on the strain on top of your compute layer. Now, whenever I go and work with my particular data, always your compute layer will come into the picture and we are able to see the data. Now, next part is now what is the case I've created my particular database name and table name and all. It's a smaller case, small case.
Yes.
But if you come and see your tables, if you come and see the database, it is in uppercase. And but I'm again coming and running my query. It is in a still smaller case. Now, whenever you go and specify something called as a quotes. Now, what I'll do, I'll take the same particular table. Okay, I'm taking same table, but now go and put it in quotes, double quotes. I'll give one. Now, as soon as I put in particular double quotes, I'm saying that you go and consider this case sensitive. Now I will come and execute my particular table. A table is created. Now, if you come and refresh it, now whatever the case is there, based on that particular case, your table is created. Now, if I come and run my particular table, I'll be able to see. If I come and say sales underscore data one, I'm giving uppercase and I'm running. It is not able to identify because why? Now it's a case sensitive. Now I need to go and specify this particular double quotes only, whatever is there. I'll take this and I'll run from this particular data. Now it will be able to execute. So if you inside Snowflake, if you're going and creating any table or anything, and if you want to make it as a case sensitive, always we'll go and put in a double quotes. Till now, are we good?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Oh, fine. Now we saw these all things. Now we'll come and see the very first topic inside our Snowflake that is called as a time travel. Now, what is this time travel and all? I'll explain in detail. For your explanation, I have a table. I have a table. Inside this table, I'm having something called as a DML operations. What all operation comes under DML?
Create.
Insert,
Insert, update, delete.
update, delete.
Now, whenever you go and do something called as a DML operations or insert, update, delete, you are changing the data records, whatever the records are
Yes.
there. Now, your time travel is saying that suppose you consider you have a on-prem system, OLTP system. You have what? MySQL. Now your business is having data. It is every day 1 million records are coming. Now what happens? You have on the first day, let's consider on the first day, you have 2 million records. I have 2 million records in my table. Now every day around 1 million record is coming into my table. We are doing certain operation. We are updating, we are deleting, we are inserting, we are doing all the things. Second day, third day, fourth day, you have 4 million records now. Now what happens? The same thing will continue until what 10th day. And we have around 20 million records in my table. But what I see here from my 5th day, 10th day, whatever the data you are having, it is a corrupted data. Now inside your on-prem systems, how can I go and change this? How can I go and handle this? What will do inside OLTP systems, on-prem systems?
If you have a backup, you can try to recover it.
Yeah. Now what will happen every day? If this is a business critical table, your admin will be taking what? In the backend, he will be taking backup of each and every day records and he'll be keeping. Now, if I see there is something called as a corrupted data and that particular data is not correct, now I need to revert it back. Now I need to go and raise a ticket. I need to go and go with the help of a support. I need to go and connect with admin. A lot of communication should happen. We need to intimate why this is happening, everything, a lot of things. It will take minimum 1 or 2 days to come and revert it back. But imagine if your admin is not at all taking backup. Your admin has not at all taken a backup. Now I need to go and revert these changes. Is there any other option for me rather than going and deleting the whole table or dropping that table and recreating and bringing all data all together once and again go and backfill each and everything? This is what I have to do if no backup is there.
Yes.
Yes.
But now what Snowflake does is, now it says you can go and add something called as retention time on top of your table. Retention time. Now, what does this retention time? It says that now for suppose I have added 10 days of retention time on top of my table. Now you are having this particular all the things. Now, whatever you are doing, insert, delete, you're doing insert, update, delete, whatever the operations you're doing on top of my table, I will keep track of each and every information. For how many days? For past 10 days. Now, whatever the things you have done in the past 10 days, I have all that information. For example, I have kept my retention period for 5 days, and I'm doing this all things for what? 10 days I'm doing insert, update, delete. Now on the 10th day, I came to know, but I can have only retention period up to 5 days. Now from 10th day to previous 5 days, whatever the DML operations you are doing, I can come and revert that back, or I can see what is going wrong. So that kind of things you can go and do time travel back to the data, whatever the data was there. But you have to remember one thing is on the 10th day, what data you are having. For example, I came on the 10th day. After my 10th day, I have not done any insert, update, delete. Now, if I come and see after 10 days, if I come and see this particular, for example, 19th day, if I come and see the data, it will be always 10 million records only, because your 10th day data is also 10 million. Whatever the data was there, that is a permanent storage. It will not go out of your table. Time travel is nothing but the previous, whatever the retention time you have put on that day. If you have done any changes with respect to table, if on any point of time I want to go and revert that back, then only I'll use something called the time travel. Whereas your data, whatever is reside in that particular table, is a permanent reside. It will be for 100 day, 1000 day, whatever the day you are going to keep, that will be permanently there. But time travel will be only for previous 5 days. If any insert, update, delete has happened, I'll track that. From 10th day to 19th day, if you have not done any insert, update, delete, now whatever the data was there from 19th day to previous 5 days, that is till 14th day, that data only it will go and show, even though if you do time travel. Till now, any doubts?
But the retention window will be from 15 to 19th, right? if any operation.
That will be now on 15th day also I have what 10 million records.
Yeah.
On 19th day also 10 million. From 19th to if you go back to 15th day also, whatever the data is there, it will show that.
Okay. And how does it maintain the data? Is it in a form of backup or it's in a script form in the time travel?
That it is mainly on the micro partitions what you have created, right? That it
Yeah.
will go and create a copies of multiple micro partitions since it's what immutable, and that's how it is going and maintaining all the backups. So you don't need to worry about that. The only thing you have to worry is how many days of retention period you apply on top of the table. That many types of retention period, it will going and taking backups.
Sagar, where will going to? It will be saving in the backup. Like which layer it will be saving?
No, everything will be in storage because what it is data, right? Where will be
Right.
micro partition will be there? Micro partition will be there in storage. Now backups will be taken in storage. Now I'll explain few more things are there with respect to time travel. But after few certain days, after 5 days, whatever the previous backup is there, it will automatically delete that and you will be not having access for that. Got it?
Yeah, got it.
Okay. Now, any doubt on retention period first time? First, I want to ask this. I'll show time travel. We have still a lot of things to explore. But any doubt on what is retention time? Any doubt on what is retention time?
Now, while creating the table,
Maximum how many days you can give?
by default, it will take like, do we need to mention the retention time?
Yeah, I'll show you different how you can go and mention retention time and all. We'll explore that. I'm just asking definition of retention time. Are we clear?
Sagar, can you please explain it in one line once again? Yeah.
Okay. Retention time is a time period up to what you can go and do time travel on top of your object. Now, if I mention 5 days, only up to 5 days I can go and do all the DML operations, whatever happen on top of my table. Only those 5 days of changes of data I can go and see.
Means from today, means if it is today, from today to 5 days back, something like that, right? Okay.
Yeah. If you have defined 5 days as a retention period.
Okay. So even if it is what other corruption data has happened and some other date, but we defined as a 5 days, so we can go up to 5 days only, right?
Yeah,
like that.
only 5 days.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, fine. Now, as I said, retention period is we are going and defining particular retention period. Now I've created few data, one database schema, and on top of your table, you can go and define your retention period. Now see any retention period, I'll say show parameters like data underscore retention underscore time underscore in days, going like this. And I'm say in database, I'll give my particular database name. That is my underscore demo DB. Now, when I come and see this particular parameter and I'm able to run this particular query, now what's the value it says? 1. By default, it 1. And what is it says? What it says?
1 day, number of days to return the old versions. Yeah, we can go, I think 1 day by default.
Yeah. Only 1 day of time travel I can go and do on top of my particular database for now. Now I'll come and see the same thing with respect to my schema. I'll say in schema, and I'll give my schema name. Here also I have what 1 day. Now, if I need to see on table, I'll see my particular table. I'll say in table, and I give my table name. What is my table name? Sales data. Now it is also having 1 day. Now, if you see here particular retention period, how it is going and working. So your retention period works on the hierarchy like database. First, it will see database, followed by schema, followed by your table. Now, if you don't go and mention anything while creating a table, now I created a table, I did not mention any retention period. I created a schema, I did not mention anything. Now, whatever is there with respect to database, it will be followed by your schema, it will be followed by your table. Now I'll go and what? I'll go and alter my particular database. I'm altering my database. I'll say alter my demo DB and set this particular whatever the retention period is for 10 days. I'm going and keeping it as for 10 days. Now, as soon as I go and keep my 10 days, now it goes and follow DB, schema, and table. If you come and see the retention period for database, it is 10 days. Default value was 1, but I went and changed it to 10 days. Now we have 10 days of tracking. If I come and see the schema, it has went and changed to 10 days. If I come and see the particular table, it has come and changed the table. Now, if you see that, it is following always database schema and all, but what I'll come and filter my schema now, and I'm adding my retention period as 5 days. I altered my schema and I've added retention period as 5 days. Now, if you come and see my database, we have 10 days. Yes.
Yes.
Now, for schema, parent is DB. For
Yes.
tables, what is the parent?
Schema.
Now, if I come and see schema, I have 5 days.
Yes.
Yes. Now, if I come and see particular table, what is the data? Retention period?
5 days.
5 days. Now, once you go and change anything explicitly, now once I come and change my schema explicitly, it will not follow the parent. Now it will always come whatever the data is there. If you are not going and changing your child, it will go and pass that only. Now if I come and change now I'll go and change what? My table also. I'll go and change my table and I'll come and add my retention period of my table is 3. Now as soon as I come and change my table, it will not follow my schema. It will not follow my database. Now if you come and see your schema, it will be still 5 days. If you come and see your particular child, it is still 3 days. Now, if I come and change my database retention period back to 1 day, again, what? I'm changing my parent. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now, I'll come and change my particular data. Now, what do you expect for child?
It should change for schema and table.
Both should be 1.
Okay. Now, if I come and see my retention period, I have 1 day. And if I come and see my schema, what is it?
It will remain the same. Yeah.
5. Now, if I come and see my table, what is this?
Still 3.
Now, why this is happening is you went and explicitly changed your schema. As soon as you explicitly change your schema retention period, it will no longer follow your what database. Now, if I come and create one more schema, for example, I'll come and create my schema 2 now. Now, as soon as I come and create, this is a new schema. I'm not setting any retention period. Now, this new schema 2 will follow your whatever the parent is there, that is database. Now it will be always 1.
Only when it is created, it will follow the hierarchy. Then.
Yep. If you go and explicitly change, it will not follow the hierarchy. Have we got?
Santosh on.
Yeah.
It is with the schema only, or
DB we have created default value as a 10 days. Okay. And let's post you have created new schema. The schema will be followed by 10 days at default 1 day.
You are not explicitly going and mentioning anything with respect to schema. It will follow always DB.
So 10 days.
Yep.
I have a doubt.
Yeah. Good.
So say I have my retention period for 10 days, and every day right from the beginning I'm adding 100 records every day. First day it had 100, second day 200, 300, 400. For now it is having 1000 records. Now if I see for the current period, on the 10th day, I'll get 1000 records, right? Can I retrieve the records, like the 500 records on the day 5 dynamically?
Yeah. That time travel we can go and do. I'll show that. We have to write a piece of code to go and retrieve that data. But
dynamically I can move between the times, right?
Yep. We can do that.
Okay.
But first, try to understand how your retention period is working, hierarchy how it's working, because this is one of the things you can expect in SnowPro certification, how the schema is or retention period will go and change based on the change of your something called as the schemas and other objects. Till now, any doubt? Have we got till now?
Sagar, when we update this setting for the table, then again if we are setting for the DB, then also it will not affect the schema, or will it affect?
No, explicitly if you go and change, okay, explicitly you go and alter schema, either database, or if you are on the first go, whatever the child is there, you have not changed anything. You're going and changing directly to the database. At that time, it will follow. But one time explicitly you go and change the schema, or one time you go and change the table, it will not follow.
Okay. Okay. Clear.
It's like a child fought with your parents and he left the home and he went.
Oh, got it.
Sagar, so I have one doubt.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
whatever the table information is there, it's getting stored in the metadata. So now, for example, we have two tables, and both have like a primary and foreign relationship. And since we do explicitly on the table level, we can give the retention. So one of the primary table has like a 5 days retention, and the foreign table has a retention of 3 days. And in between, if any of the data deletion happens, won't it get impacted?
See, again, I'm saying whatever your DML operation is happening, it is on top of your main table. That will be final. Okay. There you won't be having any changes. This retention period or time travel is nothing. But now I have something I did deletion and all that should have not happened. Now I have this period of time instead of going and working with admin, bringing that back up, taking that backup and all. I have this time period of 5 days where I can go and change my particular table to back off that previous 3 days. That's it. Permanent data will be always inside your table.
Oh.
Got it? Are we clear?
Yes.
Okay. Now I'll go and create one more table. You tell me what will be my retention period. Now, if you come and see your particular table for your database, it is 1 day. For your database, it is 1 day. For your schema, it is 5 days. Okay, it is 5 days. Now I'm coming and creating a new table where I'm creating my demo DB, my demo schema, and new table is there. I created this particular table now. Now you tell me what will be the retention period for this.
1 day, 5 days.
1 day.
1 day for DB and 1 day for schema.
I'm asking only for the table.
1 day.
5 days.
5 days.
Yes, Suresh, we can set retention period at time of the creation table. So I'll show that. Now, sorry, how much? 1 day?
5 days.
5 days.
Okay, 5 days. Why 5 days? Why 1 day?
Parent is schema. Schema is 5 days.
Okay. Now, we change explicitly schema, right? To 5. We change explicitly schema to 5. It will no longer follow your database. Yes. We went and altered schema to 5 days, right?
And table also doesn't follow, right? When we change the schema externally.
Now, as soon as I go and explicitly change, the relationship, whatever with respect to DB is gone. Now, this is how your it follows. It follows schema followed by table. For schema, how much it is there? 5 days. If I come and see the table also, it will follow 5 days. It will not follow your, wait. Table does not exist. Huh? What is the table name? I created, na? Oh, my bad. It is in schema 2. It went to schema 2. Now, if you come and see, it is 5 days. Now, explicitly, when you go and change, it will no longer follow your parent. Are we good? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Can we have the table retention period more than the parent, like the schema's retention period?
Yeah. Now we created an edition called, which edition we created our profile? Snowflake profile account? Enterprise. Now inside enterprise, when you come and saw yesterday, just a minute. I showed you something, this particular table. Where is that? Now what is this? What do you see here?
Okay, up to 90 days.
So only up to max 90 days, you can go and put your retention period on top of your table, database and all. Whereas what is this standard edition? What you are seeing here?
1 day.
Okay. So from enterprise edition, max to max of 90 days, you can go and do time travel inside your Snowflake. Now I can always come and set my particular retention period. For example, this particular table is there. I'll come and put 90. It will take 90 days of whatever the data is there. But there is a lot of disadvantage for this. I'll explain you that. But if you come and see the data, it will be 90 days. Doesn't follow anything. Max, you can go up to 90. If I come and say 95, it will throw error, say that. For enterprise edition, we can have max of 90 days. Okay. Are we good?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now, I want to go and set a retention period while creating of a table. I can do that also. I'll say data underscore retention. Retention. Let me copy this. I'll say data retention is equal to 5 days. Now, if I go and do create or replace like this, obviously all the once I do create or replace, all the tables, whatever is there, I should go right. That's strange. Let me refresh. Once I do create or replace, my schema, tables, everything will be gone. Yes. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all tables, everything is gone. Now, if I come and see my particular retention period, okay, of my demo DB, whatever the retention period I have set, that will be there. We just need to add data retention period as 5. Now, I will come and create my particular schema. Now, here I'll give data retention period as 10. It will always go and take 10. It will not follow your particular schema. This will not follow your database. It will come and take as 10 days. Okay. Let's not take this time. Oh, I created 2. Now, let me add as 2. Let me make it as 2. Now it will follow 10. Now, whatever the things you go and add under this particular retention period, it will always go and create that particular retention period. Now, I want to add a retention period with respect to table also. I'll add my retention period here. Now I'll go and specify my retention period has 15. Now it will go and follow this particular 15 only. It will not follow your schema or table or anything, and will be having that particular information as 15. Have you got? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now we can go and see retention period like this, but I can always go and see retention period with respect to tables like this also. I say show tables. Whenever I say show tables, whatever the tables are there with respect to my particular schema, that information will be there. Here somewhere retention period. Here we have a particular block called retention period. It will show the retention period here also. Okay. In this way, I can go and do what? Retention period. Let me see. Now, what is retention period is? Now, whatever the purpose of retention period is, how long you can go and keep the data for historical changes and all. Now, time travel is using that particular retention period. I can go and use time travel and I can go and access that particular data at that particular time. Now, it applies for what? Schema, database, and tables. Whereas time travel can be done only on top of your table. That means data at the particular time, at that particular offset. If I need to go and go and change that information, those things will be only done with respect to your table. You cannot go and do time travel on top of your database or schema at that specific time. For example, I given my retention period as 10 days on top of your database. I cannot go and say do time travel and make my whatever the database was there 5 days before. I cannot do that. Now the question is, okay, Sagar, if you're saying that I cannot go and do time travel on top of my database and schema, why we required retention period on top of my database and schema? Anyone have this particular doubt?
Now, while creating a table or a schema, by default, we didn't mention any retention. it will, as per the hierarchy, it will take from the database. Right?
Okay. Okay.
Time it will have.
Okay. Only for that purpose, you think?
Maybe just in case if you delete schema or database in order to get back the database again.
Okay. Now you have OLTP system. By mistake, you wrote a query called drop schema name. Now what will happen? Inside OLTP systems?
Schema will drop.
Should deleted everything.
Now
We lose all the data.
under the schema, we have hundreds of tables. Each and everything will go. If I drop my particular database, under that database, I have what? 20 schema, and each schema have hundreds of tables. Now imagine, I have not taken any backup or anything. Is it an easy task to go and retrieve each and everything? Is it easy task? No, right?
No.
Oh. Now I have this particular database now. Okay, I created my database. I have schema. Now what I'll do, I'll copy this. Now I can come and always click on that and say copy your namespace. Each and every copy you can come and take that. You have this particular schema now. I'll say drop schema, my particular schema name. Under my schema, I have what? One table now. We have one table. I'm going and dropping this particular schema. By mistake, I dropped this. Okay. Now I need to make sure that this particular, whatever the data is there, I want to get back that particular schema. I will use something called as undrop. As soon as I say undrop my particular schema, we have that particular undrop. And if you come and see, are you able to see my back table and all?
Yes.
So your particular retention period for your database and schema is to, for mentioning this drop and undrop. Are we clear?
This undrop works, Sagar, when we are in the same session, or see today I dropped, tomorrow I am doing that
No,
undrop.
it's not a session based. It is with respect to account level, your
Oh.
retention period and time travel.
Okay. That means today we dropped. Okay, tomorrow we decide like we might require, so we can get it, something like that.
Yeah. Now this is where I went and dropped my schema. Okay. Now I'll open another session. Tomorrow you came. Come and write my query and drop. It will bring back my particular schema and table, whatever the things.
So even next day or next 2 to 3 days, like that also it works.
Yep.
Okay.
Let me refresh this. But it will only work based on what? Whatever the number of retention period you have worked.
Yes.
Only on top of that, you can do this undrop. Now are we clear? Same goes with your table also. If I drop my table, if I say drop table, my particular table, let me come and take this table. I'll copy this table and I'm dropping this table. I have dropped my particular table. Now, if I need to go and undrop, I can do undrop also. Now, your table is come. One use case of time travel is drop and undrop, and that depends on the retention period what you have defined. Are we clear?
Sir, one doubt. In schema, mistakenly what I did is creator replaced my schema name. So in the time my tables are views are dropped, right? How can you get that one?
At that time you cannot do. Why? Because you have done what? Create or replace, right?
Yes.
It is like you dropped and you brought that. For example, let's do that also. Now, what I do, create or replace this particular database. Now, once I do this, all tables have gone. Now, if I drop my database, I drop my particular table. Oh, table is not there. Let me make it as schema. Okay, I dropped my schema and I'm undropping my schema. If you come and refresh, are you able to see the tables?
No.
Now what happens is once you go and to create or replace, your retention period also gets set. From that moment only your retention period starts.
Okay.
So before doing create or replace, for this, let's assume that 5 days of any information was there inside your retention period. But as soon as you see create or replace schema, my same schema name, what happens? That 5 days, whatever is there, it is completely deleted and your retention period will start from that moment and it will consider this as a new object.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Then in that case, how can we get the previous data?
No, that cannot be possible. If you do create or replace, that's completely gone.
Okay, sir.
Are we good?
Sagar, in case like schema video have a 5 days of retention period, and table video have 2 days. Okay. But post we undrop the table of 2 days later. Did we table undrop or not? Because
No.
schema
See,
video have
what I'm saying, whatever the object level you have defined retention period, only on top of that object level retention period, we can do time travel. Now you've done schema 5 days, but your table has 2 days. On the third day, if you come and do undrop, it will not work because why? Your retention period on table is what? 2 days. Only 2 days time travel you can do. Okay.
Okay, understood.
Now, since we have only 5 minutes, I don't want to come and show you all time travel and all. I'll explain one more concept called fail-safe. Now, whatever your retention period you have defined, that you are doing what? Time travel. Now I can go and do time travel with respect to queries. I can go and write a query and I can able to go and do time travel. But what happens is, let's suppose my 5 days is what retention period I have put on top of my table. This is the 5 days of retention period I have put on top of my table. Now, if I come and do on the 6th day time travel, will I able to do for the first day?
No.
All right.
No.
Now, my example I'm saying, I have my first day 10 records. Second day, I have, let's say, 20 records. Third day, I have 40. I have 70 records. On the 6th day, I have 100 records. Now, my retention period is what? 5 days. Now, I can go on from 6th day till what day I can go and do time travel?
Second day.
Now I can go max to max, I can go and do time travel up to second day. Now if I come and write a query and go and access my first day, it will throw error that it is not able to go and access that particular information because time travel is finished. Now what does Snowflake says? Okay, don't worry. You went and defined something called the retention period of 5 days. I will give additional 7 days. This additional 7 days is called as a fail safe. By mistake, you have not able to identify, but on top of 5 days, I'm giving additional 7 days, but this 7 days is not directly accessible for you. If you want to go and get the first day data, because 5 plus 7 up to 12 days. From this particular first day up to 12 days from now, that is what? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now on 12th day, if I want to go and get my 11th day of data also, I can come and get, but I need to raise a support ticket to Snowflake. I need to explain these all the issues are happening. Please help me out. Once you go and reach out, then they will come and retrieve that data and then they will give that data. Are we clear? What is failsafe? Are we clear with this point?
Yes, sir.
It's an additional security given by US Snowflake. Whenever you go and create any retention period on top of your database, they will give additional 7 days. After 7th day, for example, on 13th day, if you come and ask, can I get 11th day data? Sorry, can I get the first day data?
No.
Because from 13th, again, what? 5 days retention period was 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. Up to 8, you can do by yourself by query. After that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, up to second day, we can go and do fail safe. Are we good?
So this by default is only 7 days, or they also have a max limit like retention 90 days?
That is fixed. We cannot go and change. It is fixed. 7 days is fixed.
It's 7 days for all the objects or only table?
All the objects, even for database also.
Okay.
Okay. Now it depends on few more things are there. There is something called the transient table, temporary table. I'll explain you that. Based on that, this failsafe will go and change. But for permanent tables, permanent database, permanent schema, 7 days it's fixed.
So we can say overall it is like 97 days.
Yeah, overall it's 97 days. If you go and define 90 days as a retention period.
Sagar, will that be additional cost if you use that fail-safe option?
Thing is, if you go and create 5 days retention period, right? What will happen is Snowflake is going and taking backup of this in the form of micro partition. For example, you have what 1 GB of data every day. 1 GB data, what it is going taking backup. Yes.
Yes, yeah.
Now up to 12 days, this what 12 GB of data will be there.
Yes. Yes.
Because why 5 days your retention period, 7 days is fail safe. Total how much? 12 days. 12 GB of data will be taken as a backup. For every 12 GB, they are going and charging you in the storage. Got it? Where they will charge?
Got it. Yeah.
So if I went and unnecessarily created 90 days as retention period, what will happen?
We have to pay more from the storage area.
Yeah. If an example, it will be taking 97 GB of data. In this way, you have what? Thousands of tables. You'll be paying what? TBs of data will be there. For that, you'll be paying. So you have to be very careful. Unnecessarily, we'll be not going and keeping what? Time travel for retention period and all. If it is a very business critical, we'll go and keep max up to 15 days. If very business critical, I'll go and put 30 days. And these all things will be doing in production environment. In dev environment, max to max, it will be 7 days.
Got it. Yeah.
Are we good?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We'll come back tomorrow and we'll get started how to do this time travel, how to bring the data and all, how to revert this back and all. I'll show you tomorrow. We'll see this tomorrow and we'll see what are different types of tables and all.
So Sagar, it's basically then suggested to insert, update and delete mostly on the OLTP layer itself, right? Because when we go to OLAP level and we do this operation, so if it's a 10 GB data, then it will be like 20 or 30 because we are doing insert, update and delete. So suppose that it will be more like.
Sorry, I lost you in the middle. I was not able to hear you.
Yeah. So what I was saying is that since OLAP is basically for analytic purpose and select query, and if you go and do like DML operation on this level, so on the storage level, it will be more charge, right? It's not suggested to do that DML on that layer instead of.
See, what I'm saying, you bring your data from OLTP system to OLAP system.
Yeah.
Yes. You have 3 months of data here. Can't keep years of data in my OLTP system because performance will hamper a lot. Now I need to do any analysis. I'll move to OLAP systems. Now to bring that data, every day we'll be bringing data. Every day you're bringing data means you are inserting data.
Yeah.
Obviously your storage will increase here. Got it? Are we clear? Are we clear, Rakesh?
Yes.
Okay. Any other doubts?
Sorry, actually today only I joined. So if you want to see previous class and we can see.
Okay. So you are saying about free trial classes?
Yeah.
Let me show you that. Just a minute, I'll inform the next class. Oh, number of devices. Let me see if anyone is there from. Okay, fine. I have this issue. No one is there from admin side. So if you come back to your particular account. Now, once you log into our portal, you can go and log in. For example, KSR, Data Vision. If you come and log into your portal, go and see Explore courses. And that time you can come and see multi-cloud Snowflake Data Engineer. As soon as you go and see, or else go and log into your particular things, you are seeing upcoming sessions. Under upcoming sessions, there is something Snowflake. You can come and see here and access that. Now, once you are not enrolled, enroll that particular data. And once, as soon as you come, previous 3 days, whatever the classes are there, recordings are there, or else you can go and check in your YouTube channel also in the live sessions, previous 3 days data, whatever things we have discussed, that will be there. And if you want to see anything with respect to course content and all, that will be added under that particular course content only. We have syllabus. You can go and see there also. Okay, I'm having some issues to log in. I'll show you tomorrow. Okay, fine. You guys can go and check the course content. This is the course content. Whatever things are there, you can go and check that. For those who are regularly attending, please go and explore Snowflake. Try to create databases, schemas, retention period, and all. Explore today and tomorrow. Once we finish the particular time travel, there will be a very first assignment on top of your on time travel. We can get started with that. Okay, each and everything for we'll go and see. For example, with respect to Snowflake only, these are the real time things we are going and learning. Let me just quickly show that. Real time. These all are the real time implementation. Up to 14 plus real time use cases are there. I'll be showing you that. And based on that, each and everything with respect to this will be having assignments. We'll be having around 14 assignments in Snowflake, around 8 assignments in DBT, around for Databricks, again, we'll be having around 10 assignments there. Again, for AWS, we'll be having 7 to 8 assignments. So these all assignments are whatever I'll be teaching, that will be given as an assignment so that you can go and execute by yourself and you have that particular confidence and relate to that whatever the interview questions, each and everything I'll be provided. And even when you come back to project also, we'll be giving that particularly project related interview questions, how to explain each and everything I'll be coming and giving. For example, under this particular project, let me show that. DBT, Netflix, Snowflake, end-to-end project. Now I'll be giving this document. Under this particular document, each and everything you can go and explain related to project, whatever the interview questions, how the flow is there, how the architecture looks like, what all the things, whatever the sources, each and everything, how you can go and explain that particular project will be helping you out with each and everything. And the projects are not easy. This is how difficult it will be. We'll be going and implementing each and everything. Okay, it is not completely a simple project. It's a dynamic project which will go up to 8 to 10 hours only for Snowflake. Okay, these all orchestration will be doing inside our project. So again, I'm saying those who are attending regular classes, please don't lag behind on Snowflake assignments, because once we come back to our projects, it will be very, very difficult for you to cope up with all the backend things, because we need to come and implement each and everything in next 2.5 months with respect to Snowflake and DBT. Okay. Any other doubts?
Sagar, is this course only for online or offline as well?
Only online. We have morning class from 6:45 to 8:10. It will go, and the next batch I'll be taking from 8:10 to 9:30. Only 2 classes I'll be able to take online. Since I'm a working professional, again I need to go and start working, right? So I'll not be able to take offline now.
Got it. And 2 batches, same content or different?
Same content. Same content.
Same, right?
Yep. Okay. Any other doubts? Are we good?
Yes, Sagar.
We'll meet tomorrow 6:45. We'll continue that. Thank you for attending.